Okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We're going to be talking about gut health and how we can really support ourselves coming into 2026 after the gorgeous festive period. So it's myself tonight and Lisa Hunt, who is joining us from St. Lucia.
Live from St. Lucia.
Live through St. Lucia, which is rather lovely. So I'll start by introducing myself and then and then Lisa can introduce herself and then we'll get going. So, my name's Helen Ball. If you don't know me, I'm a very proud independent consultant with the fabulous brand Arbonne, and I have become very passionate about gut health and the power of really focusing on balancing your gut and what that can actually do for your whole body and well-being, both physically and mentally. I had a huge journey with it myself, major transition. So I'm very, very passionate to share it with others. And I know Lisa feels the same. So, Lisa, if you want to introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. So I'm Lisa Hunt, and my journey started with understanding gut health. When I actually started an Arbonne business, I had never heard of gut health. I'd never heard of, um, nurturing your gut and all the benefits that come from that. And I was actually introduced to one of the plans that we're going to talk about today, which is all about resetting your gut. And I was very much you can totally out exercise a bad diet kind of girl. I thought if I did enough exercise, um, then I'll feel good. And I generally did until I did the 30 Days to Healthy Living plan, which we're going to talk a little bit about today. And I could not believe how different I felt. I felt like life had gone from kind of slightly blurry grey to crystal clear technicolor, and my energy levels just shot through the roof. And ever since then, my thing is, you don't know how good you can feel until you feel that way. So we just want to share a little bit about the importance of gut health, and then how some of these plans that we have got with Arbonne and the nutrition can absolutely change your health, change your energy, change your mental clarity, and just get you feeling incredible. And it's an amazing time to be hearing about this because obviously we're all indulging at the moment, wherever you are. And January is an amazing time to start thinking about a reset and feeling your best in 2026. So here we go.
Absolutely. Right. So, I am going to share my screen and hopefully this will work. I'm going to get to the right slide and I'm hopefully going to share from. Can everybody see that? Gut health, what do we mean? Can you see that, Lise?
Yes, I can.
Yes, fantastic. Okay. So what do we mean by gut health? So we truly believe that we should all love the skin that we are in. And so I'm going to start by sharing some key facts about the gut, about the body, and how it functions and the connection between mind, body, and skin. So, as human beings, we tend to fix what we see and ignore what we don't see. But we really need to understand the role of the gut and how important it is in our health. So, what do we actually mean by the gut? And I think this is something that sometimes people get a little bit confused by. I certainly thought my gut was just my tummy, when actually, when we're talking about our gut, what we mean is the whole digestive system, which is these group of organs. So, all the way from the mouth to the rectum, the gut serves many essential roles in sustaining and protecting our overall health and wellness within our bodies. And research shows that the link between the gut and the immune system, the autoimmune system, the brain, and even the skin is really, really strong. And in simple terms, what that means is when something is out of balance in the gut, it can show up everywhere else in our body with challenges like skin issues, even things like feeling anxious, having a headache, spotty skin, or all of these types of things. We aren't trained to automatically link to being an issue with our gut, but actually that's where the majority of these problems will stem from. Um, so Hippocrates said that all disease begins in the gut, and that's now with we're starting to really believe that more and more with mainstream medicine rallying around the importance of gut health. It's really hard to disagree with that. And our gut is often referred to as our second brain. It contains 100 million neurons, which is even more than the spinal cord or our nervous system as a whole. And there is this nerve called the vagus nerve, which connects your gut to your brain. And there are millions of signals going up and down that nerve all day, every day, from your brain to your gut and back and forth. And that means that the health of our gut doesn't just affect our physical health, but it also affects our mental health too. And also our mind affects our body and our body affects our mind. So it really is this two-way street. And then you can see, 70% of our immune system is in the gut. 90% of our serotonin, which regulates our mood and our overall well-being and our sex drive, all stems from the gut. So if we are not looking after our gut and making sure that it is in balance, then all of those things are going to be out of whack. This is a really good slide because it shows you kind of the power of the microbiome. So the best way to describe it is if you think of all of this bacteria sit in and around our body. Every single human has a unique microbiome, a bit that's much like a fingerprint, so no two are the same. And the entire gut is home to over 100 trillion bacteria. So that's 10 times more bacteria than we have cells in our entire body. That's kind of what sits in our gut. That is just bonkers. And the microbiome plays a role in our mental health, as we said, and it also helps us determine things like how we age, any disease that is prevalent, and how we can manage our weight. And this, again, was something that I knew nothing about. So learning and getting all of this education around gut health has really impacted the way that I look after myself and what I fuel my body with and so on. And healthy diverse microbiome is not only important for necessary digestion of food and the absorption of our nutrients, but these bacteria also help our body to produce vitamins, absorb those minerals, and aid in the elimination of toxins, and are responsible for a good part of our immune system and the production of our happy hormone, as we said, serotonin, and therefore your mood. So it's so important that we are really making sure we have the right balance in our gut. This is a great analogy, the bathtub analogy, because it kind of puts into really simple terms what we tend to do. So if we imagine that our body is a bathtub, and when it becomes out of balance or overloaded, we have, that's resulting from poor gut health, and we get poor digestion, mental health suffers, and so on. But if you imagine it as a bath, you turn the tap on, that's all the toxins flowing in general. As kind of in the Western world, we tend to have a lot of toxins within our environment, within our diet. And that's all fine as long as the drain is not blocked. So if the plug is in or the drain is blocked because there is too much and we are becoming overloaded, then naturally the level is going to rise and it's going to become too much, and then it's going to start to overflow with all of these things like the environment that we're in, with the toxins and the pollutants and all of that kind of stuff. And if you were in that situation and the bath started to overflow, would you go and get a mop and start to mop it up around the bath? Probably not, but that's what we do with mainstream medicine. We get a plaster and we stick it on, or we get some pills and we try and kind of curb it like that, when actually all we need to do is take the plug out. We need to unblock the drain, as it were, and let the water start to run through again. And that's the simple way of explaining what we do really when we are focusing on our gut health and we're doing a reset and pressing pause. Because our bodies are exactly the same. If we keep filling them with processed foods, refined foods, alcohol, caffeine, fizzy drinks, stress, bad sleep hygiene, heavy metals, broad spectrum antibiotics, all of those things contribute to our effectively our bathtub becoming full and overflowing. But what we need to do is press reset. And that is what Lisa is going to start to talk to you about now. So we run a fantastic program that helps us to do exactly what I've just spoken about, and press reset, press pause, and focus on ourselves and our gut health. So, Lisa, over to you.
Yes. Hi. So if you think of that bathtub, what we are doing is we are turning off the tap with our flagship program that we've got in Arbonne called the 30 Days Healthy Living Program. I think of it as a gut health reset. You can think of it as a healthy living plan. But what I love about this, it is about getting back to the fundamentals of healthy living. I think sometimes, especially in the Western world, we have moved so far away from actually good fundamentals of healthy living, good principles around how we live, how we eat, how we move, how we sleep, all those good things. And that's what this plan is about. And I love it because it's not faddy. It's not something that's like a flash in the pan. This is about building strong foundational principles into your life. And when I first heard about this plan, I was like I said, well, I exercise loads, I can eat what I want. And I was very much thinking about how I looked externally, when actually what this program is all about is just nurturing your gut and your inside, so that and everything that is going on the inside will manifest on the outside, whether that's in your skin glow, whether that's in your hair, the brightness of your eyes, the strength of your nails, all the things that Helen has spoken about. So when I first did this plan, I was like, I'm all good, I should be fine. And then I did the plan. I was like, I cannot believe how good I feel. I cannot believe how energized I feel. My skin cleared up. And it's something that now, we teach you beyond that plan to live 80% of the time, the principles of the plan, which I'm going to talk through in a minute. 20% of the time, then your body and brain and mind are in balance. So you feel amazing. But what a lot of us do with this plan is, we reset and we do the full plan a couple of times a year. And that means you're building strong, sustainable, healthy habits for the long term. And then 80% of the time you live the principles of the plan, 20% of the time you can, well, I'm on holiday at the moment, drink the wine, have the cake, whatever you need to do, because you are living the fundamentals. But I learned those fundamentals through this plan and they have served me so well. And I can't wait to share them with you now. So 30 Days to Healthy Living. This is all about resetting our gut. And if you think of that bathtub that Helen was talking about, you've got the toxins coming in from the tap, and that's some of the, maybe it's processed food, maybe it's alcohol, maybe it's refined sugar, it can be medicines, antibiotics that a lot of us take when we don't necessarily need to, environmental toxins, all those things are coming into your bathtub. And then the drain that Helen was talking about is your organs of elimination. So what this plan does, and if you're not treating and supporting those organs of elimination and those detoxification organs like your liver and your blood, if you're not supporting them, then that drain will get blocked up, and you're going to be out of balance, and those toxins will start to fill up your bathtub. And that's when you start to really suffer from whispers to begin with. Maybe it's headaches, spots. But then those whispers can get louder and they can turn into things that really do, can be chronic over time, or, worse conditions. So with the 30 days plan, it's going to help us turn off the tap. So reduce the toxins and actually press pause on those toxins for 30 days. And it's going to help us support those organs of elimination and detoxification to work at their best, so that you can get that balance completely right in your body. And then you can live in balance going forward. So it is our flagship plan, and it's three components. The 30 Days Healthy Living Plan has three components. Number one, eat whole, healthy foods. So when I say whole foods, I mean things that have grown in the ground, things that have roamed the earth, or things that have swum in the sea. Those are the things that we can eat and drink on the 30 Days Healthy Living Plan, because they are whole foods. They haven't been messed with in a lab, processed, etc. We give you all the recipes that you need with all those whole food, healthy living recipes. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, sweet treats, all on plan. So this is about giving you the path of least resistance to live, to eat those whole healthy foods. So that's the first thing. So it's about getting back to the fundamentals of really good living with whole food eating. The second component of the plan is giving your body a break from inflammatory foods. So all those things Helen were talking about, and that can cause inflammation in the body, that is when problems start to occur, when we've got high inflammation in the body. So we're going to give our bodies a break from those inflammatory things for this 30 days. And by those inflammatories, I mean refined sugar, caffeine, alcohol, processed foods, soy. There's something else and I can't remember it.
Dairy.
Dairy and gluten. Thanks. And none of these things are in any way the devil, and we're not vilifying them, but our body, we all want to live in balance, and that's what we're advocates for. But sometimes we just need a bit of a support and a bit of a nudge to get back into balance. So you're going to give your body a breather from those things for 30 days, and you will be surprised how incredible that makes you feel. So that's the second component. And the third component is adding in some Arbonne nutrition. So vegan, incredible nutrition to support you, to support your gut health, to support your organs of elimination and detox, like we talked about, and to make this, again, path of least resistance to live the healthiest lifestyle for 30 days and beyond. So those are the three components. And I'm going to just talk you through a day in the life of the 30 Days Healthy Living Plan. So, and again, we give you all this support. We do this as a crew, and you are far more likely to stick to something if you're doing it as a group. And we've got a big group starting on the 5th of January, and we do a prep week where we get you prepped, ready to go. And then we've got 30 days, and there's options to do it as a group where you can do it with us. Or you can do it on your own with support that we can point you to. And, people are different and they want different levels of support, but whatever it is you need, we can give it to you. And there is a support WhatsApp group, for example. We give, obviously, all the recipe guides. So typical day, wake up, have one of our CleanTox herbal teas, which are incredible they're packed with botanicals to support your blood, to support your liver and all all your organs of elimination. You could also have a hot water and lemon, which is amazing at prepping your digestive system for the day. So that's your first thing. Second thing, for breakfast, you are going to have, and actually, Helen, can you hold things up as I talk through these? Okay, yes. Thanks.
Can everyone see?
Then you are going to... yeah. Then you are going to have for breakfast a whole food protein smoothie. So Arbonne has got incredible vegan protein, and you do 2 scoops of that, you whiz it up, and we've got lots of smoothie recipes for you, but you can whiz it up with some frozen berries, some frozen veggies, some nuts, some seeds, that kind of thing, some water or some nut milk, whiz it up. The most delicious, energizing breakfast with everything you need to set you up for the day. Incredible for your gut, packed with vitamins and minerals, and it was going to deliver 20 grams of vegan protein to you that your body can take, and because it's plant-based, take it, use it really quickly. So that's your breakfast. Then we have got a drink for you called our Green Synergy Elixir. So Helen's holding up. I have got mine on holiday too.
Yay!
This is the thing that's keeping my gut really healthy while I'm away, indulging quite a lot. But you can add this in at any time. It doesn't need to be on the plan. But this is a 3-in-1 drink, and this is a greens drink. So it's packed with green powdered veggies. It's got a collagen booster in there to boost your own body's natural production of collagen. So you're not adding foreign collagen in, you're boosting your body's own natural production, which is amazing for skin glow and all the good things that collagen will bring you. And also there's a pre and probiotic and digestive enzyme in there that is just going to nurture and support your gut. And that's all in this. So you literally add it to a glass, add water in, it tastes of citrus, it's delicious, and that is your absolute health hero. So you're going to have that. And if you are someone who struggles with bloating, that is massively going to help. Honestly, we call this like the de-bloat drink. And you're going to experience reduced bloating. I'm going to go through some of the benefits in a second. You're going to experience reduced bloating anyway. That will all go away if you're following the principles of the plan, because often that is related to inflammatory foods, and you're counting those out. So that is your next thing. That's a drink. Then for lunch and for dinner, you can have one of our on-plan recipes. So a whole food dinner, lunch. They are absolutely delicious. They're family friendly. You can make them in bulk, freeze them, etc. So again, path of least resistance. Some people decide to have a second smoothie for lunch. That's absolutely fine. If weight loss is a goal for you, then that's a helpful thing to do. But we will, your Arbonne consultant will discuss your goals with you before you start this. And morning and afternoon snacks, if you need one, you can have one. Again, we will provide you with recipes. And if you're someone who does loads of sport, I do, then often I might have like a mid-afternoon extra smoothie, for example. And then we've got herbal teas that you can have through the day. So our CleanTox tea, and then Energy Fizz Stick. So Helen, if you want to hold up an Energy Fizz Stick, these come in lots of different flavors. Again, they're one of our best-selling products. They're based on natural green tea caffeine. They're like nature's energy drink, basically. So amazing tea and coffee replacement. They'll support you through any, if you're with stopping drinking tea and refined caffeine from coffee, No energy drink. So this is your replacement or your support in that regard, and it will give you a lovely natural energy lift because it's based on natural green tea caffeine. It's got chromium, it's got ginseng guarana to give you nature's lift without the crash. And you've got enough for at least one of those a day. So there's sweet treats as well available. Again, we'll give you the recipe guides and they're all on plan. So that is a typical day in the life of the 30 Days Healthy Living Plan. This is not about restriction. This is about fueling your body with the most incredible things to feel your best. And as we near the end of the plan, and again, you've got all the support as you go through this, we will be teaching you the principles beyond this. What happens beyond the 30 days? Well, 80% of the time, continue to live these principles, which you will find much easier to do because your body will start to crave all these amazing things and stop craving the refined sugar, the caffeine, all the stuff that maybe your body was a bit addicted to before. And it will start craving all the things that you've been fueling it with for the previous 30 days. And just benefits wise, just to finish off, where do you even start? And people who are on the call who've done it, you'll have experienced so much of this. We're all different and there's no guarantees, but this is how I feel when I do it. My energy levels go through the roof. My skin glows. I mean, that is one of the biggest benefits that I get. My skin is like iridescent. No bloating. I tend to lose weight when I do the plan. Well, I always lose weight. And, the majority of people will. And again, some people want to put on weight and we can adapt based on your goals. We can really support you to be like, okay, well, then have a lunch and then a protein smoothie for, mid-afternoon snack, for example. So depending on your goals, we will support you and we'll tweak it accordingly. Mental clarity. I'm a perimenopausal woman. Mental clarity is just something that is getting harder and harder to keep up there. This hugely helps with that. And just so many things. I mean, deep sleep. I wake up before my alarm goes off when I'm doing this plan. So there's so many benefits from that come from doing this. We have got a 10-day version of this as well. So if you're like, oh, I really want to do this, 30 days feels a lot, talk to your consultant. There is a 10-day version. And then most people then go on and do the 30 days anyway. So, but I would say if you are someone who is really looking to reestablish some healthy habits, maybe you're struggling with some of the things we talked about. Maybe you've put on some weight. Maybe you're just not calibrating at the weight you feel is right for you. Maybe you're just not feeling your most vibrant, and we all deserve to. Then this is the plan for you. But you might be feeling great right now, but January, what a time to start the year with incredible habits and doing this plan. So get in touch with the person who has got you on this call, and they will get you set up, or you might have loads of questions and we can talk you through those. And then, I'm just trying to think what else I need to say. I think really that is it. We all deserve to feel our most vibrant, our healthiest. We want to step into 2026 feeling incredible. This is such a path of least resistance way to do that with all the support and all the fun, and you are going to learn so much. I was just chatting to my mum who's here on holiday with us. Can see my brother on the call, and she was saying, it was yesterday actually, she was saying, I've learned so much about gut health from you and Andy, and I just feel so much better for it. So it's a pleasure to be able to pass this on to people. So I will finish there, and Helen, don't know if you want to wrap up with anything.
Yeah, no, I think you've pretty much covered it. I feel the same as you when I'm doing the plan. The focus and productivity is something that I didn't think I would get. And yeah, the kind of deep sleep, glowing skin, it's just all amazing. And like you said, you just don't know how good you can feel until you feel it.
Yeah.
And I really honestly believe that every single person should do this plan at least once so they can experience it. So yeah.
Before we go, we should probably just say what is in the 30 days pack. And
Yes.
Helen, you've got the price in front of you, but so
Yeah.
the 30 Days Healthy Living Pack, that is what you buy. Everything else is an extra. All the support, all the recipe plans. You can join our Mindset Miracle Be Well call every weekday for half an hour as well, which is all extra value that you get. But you pay for the 30 Days Healthy Living Nutrition Pack. And that is 2 packs of our vegan protein. It's a box of our energy fizz sticks, like I mentioned. And it's a box of the Green Synergy Elixir, which is that 3-in-1 combo drink that I spoke about. And then it's 2 boxes of our Clean Tox tea, which really supports all your organs of elimination. There's some variants in those packs. You can get different types of protein, but the core pack is, I think it's for preferred clients, £254. Is that
Four
right?
pounds ten, yeah, £254 10. And then if you want to register to become a preferred client to get that huge discount, because it's 390, I think, full price, there's an additional £10 for that 12 months of 20 to 35% off. And then the meal replacement version, so you get 2 packets of meal replacement protein, is slightly more at 266.70.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah,
And if
when
you
you
get
break
your
that down, I
pack
think it's
before,
about £9 a day, something like that. So it's just, when you think about how much it costs you to have a coffee and cake now, it's
yeah,
probably less than that.
I always save money doing this plan
Yeah,
massively. And then if you order and get your pack, order before, I think it's the 16th of January, then you can get some free gifts as well, like a gorgeous tinted moisturizer, a Arbonne water bottle. So yeah, if you know you want to do it, or you've got any questions, give your Arbonne consultant a shout and they will get you set up and ready to go. And we can't wait to see you on the plan.
fantastic.
Have
Thank you. Thanks,
have
everyone.
a great rest of your evening. Bye everyone.